Hey everybody. So today we're going to go back over, not maybe go back over, but go over for the first time what George Digital's been doing, what I've been doing, George Johnson. Um, I have been working on GSiteGenie, actually within another platform. You might have heard of it already, BFEAI.com, be found everywhere. It's where everything's pretty much transitioned to. You can still get services through me. You can still get them through georgedigital.com.net. Sorry, georgedigital.net. I have backlinking services, build your website. I can also do the hosting of both the domain and the site itself. A little bit of everything. With AI, things have become a lot easier. So my prices are reasonable. But at the same time, I'm here for it. So come to my site, see if there's anything that you want. And then also what you could see here in the bottom left corner is I also have a school. I'm going to try to push that a little bit more. Pretty much for anyone who wants to, kind of direct contact with me. Um, Forgive the bit of confusion about the what it says on some of the descriptions, but pretty much it's a direct access to me is what it is. So let's get back to what GSiteGenie has been doing. All right. So GSiteGenie, it has been converted into what is now called OffPage Agent. Um, that's what we have here. So let me run a campaign for you guys, and sort of show what it'll look like. The first thing you do is click draft a new campaign. Now I have both the Google sites, and I've actually also added the cloud sites, which is something that a lot of people are asking for. Oh, well, can you do cloud sites? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use it's not really a test site, but uh, an affiliate site I've been working on, which is Peptide Hacker Lab, and I'm just going to run some brand uh, some brand links to it. And notice there's also an ability to do a page embed. So if you're doing local, you can put um, your actual GMB in there. If you're doing YouTube, you can actually embed your YouTube video in there. So that's really nice. And those are some limitations, but with the characters. Okay. So first thing you want to do is put in a seed keyword. For me, I'm just actually going to continue on with the brand, honestly. So what this will do is it'll go and it'll sort of scour the internet just a little bit and sort of ask the question, what other keywords are good, for this particular, keyword. So for me, we got, how to join, subscription. This is mostly a research. So I like research updates. You can pick up to 3. Let's see. See how to utilize is a good one. How to use peptides is interesting because technically peptides, uh, not to get too deep into what this is about, but peptides are, kind of on the fringe when it comes to what you can and cannot talk about. Um, so while I can't talk about how to use peptides, anyone linking to me can. So I am actually going to use that one as well. And continue. You have options here, right? Of 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, 4 tier. 4 tier is going to be sort of the most expensive, but the biggest bang for your buck at 160 sites. So as you remember, the GSiteGenie allowed for a tiered campaigns. This does the same thing. The thing that's a little bit different about this one is that the first tier is going to be four sites. As you see, the first tier is going to be 4 sites, and those are all going to be brand. So whatever we put here in our brand, within the money site URL, that's what the anchor text is going to be. And then it'll spider out from there with the seed keyword and the associated keywords that we used. And for purposes of this test, I don't necessarily need a whole 4 tiers, but I do want at least 3 for this one. And you see, we'll start building the campaign structure. Give it some time. So built that out. You can see, you know, that's going to cost about 375 credits. And notice it has, you know, basically a small description, what it's going to do. This will build out all the content. It'll build out the structure and everything. There's no bouncing back and forth like you previously saw. I really worked it out really well. Right. Now it's waiting. So something that you also need to have is sort of a, let's call it a burner Google account. And that's what you'll do here. And you also notice that we have this press release beta. That's something else that we're working on with a partner of ours, that we will be able to also offer press releases. Just waiting for them to get back to me with some of the, you know, basically the conversation between our both of our systems. Let's look into this campaign and see where it's at. Okay, so yeah, so it's currently building the first site. You notice basically have a drive folder. So let me open that up for you. Go. So what this will do is this will create a folder. Create a folder and an actual sheet. And this sheet is a public sheet. So notice that it's public. You can't just normally do that. So we have some things in the back end that allow us to create an actual public sheet that can be indexed. This is an indexable sheet. And so as you can see, we have all our keywords. See, it's starting to build things out. Going through pre-flight, excellent. So this is not using cloud storage. So it's not really to worry about on that end. But it does take a little bit of time for it to click through everything. So let me show you a completed campaign. Let's do... Here we go. This is another one of my sites. This is a personal site. I'm just doing technical consulting for AI automation. This was sort of part of what I was trying to gear towards my school for. Sort of pivoting a little bit. But just to show you what a full 160 site will get you. So here is the actual drive folder. Right, you get all of this, and this is going to be in your whatever you choose for your dummy account. This will be in that. But that being said, this is a shareable folder. This is a public folder, so anyone who has access to the link can do it. So if you want to build links to the folder, which is kind of silly, but if you want to build links to the folder, you can. But you can share it and let people know, hey, if you have a client, hey, look, this is all we've done. We got 160 sites, you know, that are built out just for you, right? It's almost like a complete PBN through Google Sites. And you know, it's beautiful. So here's the actual sheet itself. Again, this sheet here you can build links to. You can index this, and these are color coded by tier. So again, you have 160 sites, and just for, let's go to one of these guys here so you can see it. There's nothing special about the design of this, and that's on purpose. You know, you get, you know, several pages worth of content. And then as you see, this will, as I click through, it keeps on going, you know, to the next tier, to the next tier. And then you see here's the actual, you know, link to my personal site, right? Um, and you see this kind of trickles through. So that is what we're doing now with GSiteGenie. Is now it's off-page agent. I can run, you know, a little more detailed, extremely, you know, more customizable stuff on my end, uh, with actual GSiteGenie. But this is actually for the layman. This is actually kind of designed more for Joe the plumber, less than for anyone who's, you know, being highly specialized. I did hear murmurs on my end. I said it that that we're going to be doing some MCP. So if you are an agency and you just want to have an AI go in and run this, you can. You know, you put in a couple inputs, and it'll just run on your side with your flow. You won't even need to touch any of this. So it'd be very useful for those folks. You know, but I'm looking for more feedback on that. The more people use it, the more I get feedback on the you know, people wanting that. Again, Joe Plumber is not going to care about an MCP. They're just going to run in here and you know, run a campaign, you know, a couple of times a month and be happy. But for the agency, you're gonna want to run it all the time and within your flow, and be able to track it and be able to send links automatically to your clients, email them, this, that, and the other. If you're an agency worth your salt, you understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's where we're at here. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you need any other tutorials or anything like that, please let me know. You know, forgive any choppiness in this. You know, obviously there's going to be post editing. You guys know as well as I do that I am not the best YouTuber. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. I'm going to try my hardest to get back on it, but you know, as someone who doesn't make their money on YouTube, I was coding. I was building this out. I was putting features in, responding to, you know, again, feature requests. So I hope you enjoy what GSiteGenie has become, or what it's molded into. If you need any custom work, let me know. GeorgeDigital.net. If you want any actual one-on-one conversations that are more personal, like, hey, like, just want a little bit more hand holding. Again, I won't do it for you, but with some more hand holding, then please come to you see the link in the bottom left. Go to georgebjohnson.com/go/school. That's my school group. It is currently at what, under $30 a month, you know, but that it does get direct access to me. And you know, if that's all you need is a little bit of hand holding, I'm there for you. Yeah, that's about it. So I hope everyone has a good rest of the week. It's currently Tuesday now, so I hope you have a good rest of the week. And you know, if you guys want more videos, let me know. Respond in the comments. Please like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And maybe next time I'll show the cloud sites. All right, later.